Every story begins with a journey, and sometimes that journey leads us to places we never expected. Places where history quietly waits to be discovered. Tucked away in the heart of Bolar stands a place that preserves not just objects, but a legacy. Step inside, and the world outside slowly fades away. The silence here is not empty, but it carries meaning, a sense of purpose that has endured through generations. The Ursuline Franciscan congregation was established in Mangalore as an instrument of peace and reconciliation. Inspired by the spirit of Saint Angela Merici, Saint Ursula, and Saint Francis of Assisi. Rooted in faith and service, their mission focused on reaching those most in need: the poor, the marginalized, women, and children.
Hi everyone, I'm Sister Celindesa, the Superior of St. Ursula Convent, Bolar, Mangalore. The Ursuline Franciscan Congregation Museum, located here at St. Ursula, preserves the rich legacy of our beloved congregation. It speaks of our pioneers' undaunted spirit, their committed service, unwavering faith and mission. We wish every visitor who visits this museum feels inspired to carry forward the values and compassion of our congregation.
At the heart of this legacy stands Mother Nympha Fernandez, a woman of vision, discipline, and quiet strength. Appointed as the first superior in 1887, she carried forward a mission that was still taking shape. Following the sudden loss of Father Urbanstein, her leadership became the foundation on which everything would grow. Coming from an aristocratic background, she chose a life of simplicity, guided by humility and purpose. Even today, her story lives on, not just in memory, but in the legacy carried forward by generations.
Hi, today we are at the UFS Museum here at Hoige Bazaar. This is a museum maintained by the Ursuline nuns in honor of their history and especially one of their founding pioneers, Mother Nympha Fernandez. What I was also very happy to note was that Mother Nympha's family, the current generation in Mangalore, is also committed to preserving her heritage, her artifacts, and the other sisters also here have painstakingly documented their history, their associations with other religious groups within the Catholic community in Mangalore, in having them affiliated. I also learned about their works not just in the Mangalore province, but even beyond.
Over the years, this journey has been marked by dedication and impact. Publications, records, and recognitions stand as reminders, not of success alone, but of consistent service. Some stories are not written, they are preserved in objects. This antique cupboard once belonged to the family of Mother Nympha. Today it stands here, not just as furniture, but as a silent witness of the beginnings of this journey. Beside it, everyday objects take on new meaning, reminding us that even the simplest things can hold extraordinary stories.
Hi everyone, my name is Akash and this was my first time visiting the UFS museum. It was an incredible experience to learn about the convent and its history. I learned about its impact on the local community and society as a whole, its deep history and its amazing cultural impact. I hope all of you come and see it once more. It's well maintained and the nuns are extremely nice and polite.
As time moved forward, the lives within this community evolved, yet their purpose remained unchanged. Through changing times, traditions were preserved, values were carried forward, and identity remained strong. Guided by the spiritual leaders and visionaries, the congregation continued to grow, shaped by faith and strengthened by guidance. Among them was Father Urbanstein, the first parish priest of Rosario Cathedral, whose role was instrumental in laying the foundation of this mission. Through the years, many bishops and spiritual directors carried this vision forward, ensuring that its purpose remained strong.
Hi everyone, my name is Ishita. This is my first time at the UFS Heritage and Museum. This is a wonderful place with a beautiful chapel and an even more prettier museum. The museum is filled with everything you can imagine, from the clothes the sisters wore to an almirah decades old. The walls are filled with history and beautiful paintings. I would recommend each one of you visit this place at least once and witness the beauties of this place.
What began in Mangalore gradually extended beyond borders. Across regions and cultures, the mission remained the same: to serve, to uplift, and to create meaningful change. Each place added a new chapter, and each chapter became part of a larger story. To truly understand what this museum represents, we turn to someone who played a key role in bringing it to life.
Could you introduce yourself and give us an idea about how you started the UFS Museum?
I'm Sister Doreen D'Souza, and during the chapter, that is in 2016, the new team of as a Superior General and team, that is Sister Sushila Sequeira, they had the mandate from the chapter that there need to be a museum at Bolar, that is our foundation house. And then the responsibility was given to me to take up the lead to do something as regards to this. And the Superior General and her team, they began calling a team of different sisters of representing the provinces and the region and the delegation also, and to begin this work.
Okay. So, what inspired the idea for starting this museum?
Of course, there was a small thing there that is that's the foundation house, Bolar. That's the
Yes.
foundation house and built by Mother Nympha Fernandez under her leadership. Okay, and then that hall, we wanted to dedicate the full thing. That is the old thing only what she had, full thing for her and the pioneering members of our congregation, the founder and the patron saints. And then we thought, and there was a small thing that was in the hall there at the top. And then we thought we'll have to do it in a proper, systematic way. And so the team was, I told you already, the team was made, and then we had to have a lot of meeting before starting this work.
So, what did you personally learn from this whole project?
I personally learned that if we have really that deep faith, God will do the work. And God, this our patron saints, Angela, Francis, and Ursula, same time pioneers headed by Mother Nympha Fernandez and our founder, Father Urbanstein, they will not leave us just like that. They would support us. And of course, there was the full support from the sisters, from the team, the entire team, and then the sisters, those who were in the team. There was the full support. So that is what I learned, mainly the faith aspect of it.
So, what would you like to share with the future visitors and students alike?
Yeah, those who come to visit the museum, UFS heritage, I observed the way they come, and then they have so many umpteen questions over that, and then they are interested to know what was the real life that they have lived, and the patron saints as well as the founder and the pioneers, and and the same thing in a way what is akin to the present world, how we will have to live. That is what the thing that those who come to visit us, especially the youngsters, that they'll have to pick up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for your
Thank,
time.
thank you,
Yes.
Jay.
This is more than a collection of history. It's an identity, a legacy built not on grand gestures, but in quiet, consistent acts of service. And as time continues to move forward, the legacy remains preserved, remembered, and carried into the future.